Chosen one. Listen closely. Your presence here is no coincidence. Every path you have walked, every step that led you to this very moment, has been guided by divine hands. Heaven has ordered your journey, preserved the perfect timing, and brought you to the doorway of an extraordinary breakthrough. This is your appointed moment, the exact spiritual season prepared for you. You are standing at the edge of a heavenly release, where the promises God placed over your life before you were born are beginning to unfold. The Spirit of the living God is working on your behalf, uncovering what has been concealed and releasing what has long been withheld. Chosen vessel. Every hardship you survived, every opportunity that seemed lost, every tear you cried in silence has been shaping you for this very hour. Your trust in God, your perseverance, and your faithful obedience have all been seen. As Habakkuk 2:3 declares, for the vision awaits its appointed time, though it lingers. Wait for it will surely come. It will not delay. That appointed season has arrived. Chosen one. Raise your eyes with expectation. The storehouses of heaven are opening before you. What seemed postponed is now being released. Every obstacle that once stood in your way is beginning to move aside. New opportunities, divine relationships, and supernatural favor are coming together to elevate your life. Today, what was hidden is revealed. Today, your faith encounters fulfillment. God is preparing to astonish everyone who believed your story had already ended. Remain alert, because your season of elevation starts now. Chosen one. Hear these words carefully. Perhaps no one ever spoke this truth over your life, not when you were young, and not during those difficult seasons when you poured out everything you had yet still felt invisible. Maybe no one recognized the moments when you chose honesty instead of recognition, forgiveness instead of revenge, patience instead of frustration, or faith instead of fear. But heaven witnessed every one of them. Chosen one. Every quiet act of obedience, every prayer lifted in the darkness, every tear that fell when no one else was near has been remembered. Not one sacrifice, not one faithful decision has escaped God's attention. Your faithfulness, your perseverance, your courage to rise even when the world expected you to fall. This has laid the foundation for a supernatural breakthrough now moving toward you. Anointed one. Recognize the sacred power within you. You have walked through fire without becoming what burned you. You have seen cruelty and injustice, and yet you chose love again and again. That is a rare strength, a power forged in the invisible, in the sacred spaces where nothing made sense. And yet you stood. Every time the world counted you out, heaven counted you in. That is why the blessings arriving now feel different. They are divinely orchestrated, tailored for your alignment. What was delayed is now being released. What was hidden is now becoming visible. Think about the late nights no one knew about. The mornings when every part of you wanted to quit. The moments when restraint looked like defeat to those who could not see your vision. Each decision, each sacrifice, each quiet act of obedience has been cultivating light within you. A light that is now beginning to ripple outward. The peace you have fought for in private, the wisdom earned through trial, the resilience built in silence, they are all converging to carry you into a new season. Heaven is aligning resources, connections, and favor to manifest what was written for you before time began. This is your hour. Chosen one. Your endurance, your integrity, your refusal to shrink. These have positioned you for a breakthrough beyond what you imagined. Pause and let this truth resonate in your spirit. The universe is responding to the version of you who never gave up, the you who stayed faithful even when unseen. Your faith has become a beacon not only for yourself, but for all who witness how God moves through perseverance. And now, the divine transfer is beginning. Barriers are breaking. Doors are opening. The alignment of your spirit with abundance is unfolding. Opportunities that were delayed are arriving. Favor that seemed distant is converging on your path. This is your moment of recognition, your appointed time of increase. Your rise is not metaphorical. It is real. It is active. It is unstoppable. As you receive this word, chosen one, know that heaven is moving in your favor. The shift is happening now, not tomorrow, not in some distant season. Your patience, your endurance, your faithfulness are being rewarded with a supernatural breakthrough that will shock everyone who thought you were done. This is the fruit of a life lived in quiet obedience, a life that chose love over bitterness, persistence over surrender, integrity over compromise. Stand ready. Chosen one, your rise begins here. Anointed one, hear this clearly. What has been stirring quietly in your spirit is now poised to manifest. For years, you carried visions, dreams, and desires that others could not see, and often you questioned whether they were ever meant to be realized. But God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating every encounter, every delay, and every season of waiting to align perfectly with your destiny. What may have looked like setbacks were actually divine redirections. What seemed like delays were heaven's timing, ensuring that when the transfer arrives, it will be undeniable, supernatural, and unstoppable. Chosen one, understand the significance of this moment. You have been walking in faith through seasons of invisibility, standing firm when no one applauded, serving faithfully when no one noticed your efforts. Every act of patience, every choice to remain righteous, every time you chose hope over despair has prepared you for this hour. The alignment you are experiencing is not random. It is heaven's confirmation that your rise is ready to be seen, your breakthrough ready to be felt in every area of your life. Anointed one, the financial increase, spiritual promotion, and supernatural favor coming to you are already in motion. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to figure out the timing or the method. What God has prepared will reach you because your alignment, your faith, and your obedience have paved the way. Opportunities will appear without effort. Doors will swing open without asking, and resources you never imagined will converge to manifest the promises written over your life. This is your season of multiplication, your season of acceleration, your season of undeniable provision. Chosen one, reflect on the depth of what has been carried in silence. Every trial, every rejection, every lonely night was not wasted. The universe has been calibrating your spirit, refining your capacity to receive, and preparing your heart to steward abundance with wisdom and integrity. This is why the blessings will feel different. They are not superficial or temporary. They are eternal, divinely orchestrated, and strategically positioned to honor your journey and multiply through your obedience. Anointed one, do not fear the magnitude of what is coming. Some of it may feel overwhelming because you are being elevated into realms you have not occupied before. Some of it may feel unexpected because heaven often works in ways the mind cannot grasp. But know this: you were created for this. You were trained for this. You were forged through trials and refined by the Spirit to carry this breakthrough without fear, compromise, or distraction. Chosen one. You are stepping into a new era where your light, influence, and authority will ripple outward, affecting not only your life, but those around you. The doors you once longed to open will now find you. The relationships, resources, and opportunities you once prayed for will arrive at your alignment. Your faith, your perseverance, and your integrity have summoned this moment. So, Anointed One, rise in your spirit, embrace the unseen movement of heaven, and step boldly into what is already yours. The divine transfer has begun. Your breakthrough is real. Your elevation is ordained. Stand firm. Receive it fully. And watch the miraculous unfold before your eyes. Heaven has not forgotten you. Your story is shifting. Your season is changing, and your testimony will become a declaration of God's faithfulness. Chosen one? Now, listen closely. The moment you have been waiting for is intensifying, and the atmosphere around you is charged with unseen forces aligning perfectly to your favor. Heaven itself is orchestrating every detail of your life to match the vision God placed in your heart. Every step you took, even when it felt lonely, uncertain, or unrecognized, has been paving the way for this breakthrough. You were never overlooked, never forgotten. Your season was simply being prepared with divine patience, so that when it arrived, it could not be denied. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of waiting in the dark was purposeful, crafting the exact alignment needed for your supernatural increase. Anointed One, the power within you is awakening now. The wisdom you gained through trials, the discipline you cultivated in silence, the integrity you maintained while others compromised, all of it is converging to produce fruit beyond what you have imagined. Doors that once seemed locked are swinging open. Opportunities that appeared impossible are now presenting themselves. The connections, resources, and divine favor you have long prayed for are moving toward you, guided by a hand far greater than anything human could orchestrate. This is a divine alignment, a supernatural transfer written before the foundations of the world, and you are standing directly in its path. Chosen one, pause and feel the sacredness of this hour. The waiting, the trials, the sacrifices, they were not wasted. They were the refining fires that prepared your spirit. Like a seed that must rest in darkness before breaking through the soil, your spirit has been quietly strengthened for this very moment. What is emerging is not simply a shift in circumstances. It is a transformation of your entire reality. Your identity, your authority, and your influence are being activated. Heaven is marking this season with favor that cannot be hindered by human limitation or opposition. Anointed One, receive this truth into your spirit. You are not stepping into something small. You are being positioned for expansion, acceleration, and supernatural increase. The struggles you endured were never punishments. They were God's refining fires, shaping you to carry this anointing with strength, wisdom, and grace. And now, the financial, spiritual, And relational transfer moving toward you will honor every tear, every act of faith, and every choice to persist when surrender felt easier. Chosen one, rise in expectancy, release doubt and fear, walk boldly into the alignment that heaven has prepared for you. The heavens are converging to validate your faith, confirm your calling, and accelerate your destiny. The energy in your life is shifting right now. Opportunities, divine favor, and supernatural provision are responding to the faith you have sown. Stand firm, anointed one. Receive this transfer fully. Let your presence on the earth be a testament to what happens when heaven moves on behalf of the faithful. This is your appointed hour. Your breakthrough is here. Your divine elevation is unstoppable. God's glory is rising in your life, and every promise placed over your spirit is now in motion. You are about to shock the world. Chosen one, not because of human effort, but because the hand of God is moving. Chosen one, hear me now with every fiber of your spirit. The shift you are stepping into is far beyond ordinary. It is supernatural, unprecedented, and divinely orchestrated. Heaven has been moving in silence, meticulously aligning circumstances, preparing divine connections, and opening doors that human eyes could never have foreseen. Every act of faith you offered, every time you stood firm when the world counted you out, every tear cried in secret, every prayer whispered in silence, these have all positioned you for a breakthrough so powerful it cannot be stopped. The favor, the provision, the supernatural increase coming to you now is not a coincidence. It is the direct prophetic response to the faith, patience, and obedience you have carried throughout your life. Anointed one, understand this truth. Every delay, every closed door, every season of waiting, every moment that felt like frustration or loss, none of it was wasted. God was not absent. He was preparing the way. He was strengthening your spirit, refining your heart, calibrating your mind, and shaping your character to receive what has been ordained for you from the foundations of the earth. You were being readied, chosen one, for a transfer of blessings, favor, and divine authority that surpasses comprehension. What once seemed like obstacles were actually stepping stones, positioning you for this exact moment. Doors that once appeared permanently closed are now swinging wide. Opportunities that seemed impossible are now appearing. Resources, divine favor, and spiritual alignment are converging to manifest your next level. This is not just an increase, it is a divine promotion, a transfer of authority, influence, and provision that will impact your life and the lives of those around you. Chosen one, pause and let the sacredness of this hour sink deep into your spirit. You are standing in a kairos moment, a divinely appointed hour where your alignment has summoned heaven's response. Your faith, your endurance, your integrity, and your perseverance have paved the way for this. The supernatural provision, the financial increase, the relational breakthroughs, they are not approaching. They are already moving toward you. What you once thought delayed or withheld is now being released. Your past struggles were never wasted. Every act of obedience, every moment of trust in the unseen, every choice to love when it seemed easier to retaliate, these have activated a flow of divine favor that cannot be reversed. Anointed one, feel the magnitude of this truth. You are not stepping into something small. You are stepping into overflow. You are entering a transfer that honors every tear, every prayer, every moment of silent obedience, every act of persistence. Heaven has counted it all. What was blocked is being released. What was hidden is now revealed. Every prophetic seed sown in faith is now bearing fruit. Every struggle endured has increased your capacity to receive. Every act of integrity has built a foundation for supernatural multiplication. This is not just blessing, it is positioning, not just favor. It is elevation. Chosen one. Rise fully in expectation. Align your mind, your heart, and your actions with what is coming. The supernatural is responding to your readiness. Your breakthrough is here. Your rise is unstoppable. Heaven has moved. Your alignment has been rewarded. Step boldly into it without hesitation. Receive fully and allow the manifestation to flow through you. Your appointed season has arrived. Your testimony will not only bless your life, but will declare God's faithfulness in a way that touches generations. Chosen one. Now hear this with clarity. What you are stepping into is not merely a change in circumstance. It is the transformation of your destiny. Heaven has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of your life, unseen by human eyes, so that when this moment arrives, it will be unmistakable. Every trial, every season of waiting, every tear you shed in silence was part of this sacred calibration. You were being prepared, anointed one, for a supernatural breakthrough that will shock everyone who ever doubted your calling. Everyone who thought your story was finished, and everyone who counted you out. This is not luck, and it is not coincidence. This is divine precision. Anointed one. The power moving toward you is already active. Your faith, your obedience, your endurance, and your courage to remain steadfast even when unseen, have activated the flow of heaven. Opportunities that once seemed blocked are now aligning perfectly. Resources you never imagined are being positioned to serve your rise. Divine connections are moving into place, and doors are opening before you even knock. What was delayed is arriving. What was hidden is now being revealed. The alignment of your spirit has summoned heaven's direct response, and the supernatural is entering your life in ways that cannot be ignored or resisted. Chosen one. Take a deep moment to feel the weight of this reality. You have been carrying visions, dreams, and promises that only God fully understood. Every season of invisibility was purposeful, not empty. These seasons were refining, teaching, and increasing your capacity to receive what is now being released. Just as a seed must remain in darkness before breaking through the soil, your spirit has been quietly strengthened, matured, and fortified to carry this anointing without fear, without compromise, and without hesitation. This is your hour. This is your appointed moment. Heaven has been preparing you for this exact alignment, and now the timing is perfect. Anointed one, embrace this truth. You are not stepping into something small. You are entering overflow, supernatural elevation, and divine acceleration. Heaven is not merely providing, it is transferring authority, favor, and provision. The increase moving toward you is intentional, strategic, and irreversibly. Every prayer you lifted, every act of faith, every sacrifice in silence has activated channels for this divine breakthrough. This is not just a blessing, it is a divine shift that will impact not only your life, but everyone connected to your destiny. Chosen one, rise fully into this moment. Release doubt, fear, and hesitation. Walk boldly, knowing that what is moving toward you cannot be stopped. Your breakthrough is real. Your divine increase is active. Your elevation is unstoppable. Heaven has positioned every opportunity, resource, and alignment to match your faith, your vision, and your obedience. Step into it without reservation. Receive it with gratitude, and allow your life to become a living testimony of God's faithfulness. Anointed one, remember this. Your story is shifting. Your testimony is rising, and your divine transfer is already in motion. Stand firm, stay aligned, and walk boldly in the fullness of what has been prepared for you. The world will notice, the skeptics will pause, and the evidence of heaven's hand in your life will be undeniable. You are ready. You are chosen. Your rise begins now. Chosen one, open your heart and receive what the Spirit is revealing in this very moment. Everything that has been concealed, postponed, or withheld is now aligning for your good. Heaven is moving with flawless timing, arranging events, relationships, and opportunities that perfectly correspond with the calling placed upon your life. Anointed one, let this truth settle deep within your soul. None of what you have experienced has been accidental. Every disappointment, every closed path, every sleepless night filled with uncertainty and weariness served a holy purpose. God has been refining your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing you to carry the abundance He has already ordained for you. What is unfolding is far greater than an ordinary blessing. It is a heavenly release of authority, provision, influence, and purpose that was established for your life long before time began. Now, that divine promise is stepping into reality. Chosen one, pause for a moment and consider how far you have come. There were seasons when your faith seemed unnoticed. There were countless prayers offered while the answers appeared far away. You continued to give, to plant seeds in faith, and to trust God quietly, even when others doubted your direction. Yet heaven has faithfully recorded every act of surrender, every patient decision, and every tear poured out before the Lord. Now the unseen realm is opening before you. The blessings spoken over your life are drawing closer with every passing moment. Divine favor is being released, and the supernatural increase you have been believing for is beginning to manifest before your eyes. Anointed one, the transformation taking place reaches every part of your life. It is touching your finances, your relationships, and your spiritual walk. This is the visible fulfillment of God's promises, arriving at the exact moment you are prepared to manage them with wisdom, humility, and unwavering faithfulness. Unexpected opportunities will come without striving. Doors will swing open before you have the chance to knock. Meaningful relationships and needed resources will be drawn to you through the direction of the Almighty. What once seemed impossible to reach is now being placed within your grasp. What was once delayed is now arriving. The heavens are moving on your behalf. Every alignment, every detail, every ripple in the spiritual realm has been orchestrated to bring this breakthrough into your reality. Chosen one, let this settle deeply in your spirit. You are standing in your appointed time, your divinely ordained hour. Your presence alone is shifting energy, activating favor, the divine increase, the promotion, the spiritual and financial transfer are already moving toward you. Do not doubt it. Do not question it. Your rise has been written in eternity, and now the heavens are delivering it into your hands. Anointed One, prepare your heart, your mind, and your spirit to receive fully. Expect the unexpected. Embrace the supernatural. Walk boldly in the authority God has placed in you. Step into alignment with faith, gratitude, and courage. The doors that once seemed closed will swing wide. Opportunities will manifest effortlessly, and the blessings will arrive precisely as they were promised. This is your season of elevation, your hour of divine acceleration, your appointed transfer. Chosen One, rise fully in faith and expectancy. The shift is real. The transfer is moving. The supernatural breakthrough is here. Heaven has moved. God's glory is rising in your life. Step forward with certainty, knowing that every promise placed over your life is now active. Your breakthrough is unstoppable. Your divine elevation is inevitable. Your rise begins here. Chosen One, now hear this with clarity. What is unfolding in your life is a divine orchestration, a sacred alignment that has been in motion long before you even knew it existed. Heaven has been quietly preparing every step of your path, carefully arranging the circumstances, connections, and resources that will bring your breakthrough into full manifestation. Anointed One, understand that every season of waiting, every trial endured, every moment you felt unseen or overlooked was part of this divine calibration. You were never forgotten, never abandoned. God was refining your spirit, strengthening your heart, and perfecting your capacity to receive the fullness of the blessings that are now arriving. This is not simply favor, it is a supernatural transfer, a divine movement, a confirmation that your alignment with heaven has activated what was promised from eternity past. Chosen One, take a moment to absorb the magnitude of this truth. Every time you persevered when it felt impossible, every act of faith, every choice to remain obedient and to keep hope alive has positioned you for this hour. You have been faithful in the invisible, and now heaven is making the invisible visible. Opportunities that once seemed unreachable are aligning perfectly. Doors that appeared closed are swinging wide. Resources, divine connections, and favor are converging to produce a breakthrough so powerful that it will shock everyone who ever doubted you. Everyone who thought your story was finished, and everyone who could not see the work of God in your life. This is a supernatural activation, a spiritual elevation, and a divine financial transfer, all moving together in perfect harmony. Anointed One, the increase coming to you is multidimensional. It is spiritual, relational, and financial. It is a manifestation of God's promises, perfectly timed, perfectly designed, and fully aligned with your readiness to steward it with wisdom and integrity. What you once thought delayed is now arriving. What was blocked is now flowing. The heavens are responding to your faith, your obedience, and your alignment. Every act of perseverance, every sacrifice, every tear, and every prayer lifted in secret has summoned this moment. This is not just provision, it is positioning, not just favor. It is promotion, not just blessing, it is elevation. Chosen One, Recognize the sacredness of your presence in this moment. You are standing in a kairos hour, a divinely appointed time where the currents of heaven are converging to activate your destiny, your testimony, your faithfulness, your integrity, and your courage are being rewarded in ways that will leave the world in awe. The increase, the transfer, the supernatural manifestation, all are responding to the readiness of your spirit. This is your hour of acceleration. Your breakthrough is real. Your rise is unstoppable. Anointed one, step boldly into the fullness of what has been prepared for you. Expect miracles. Receive the increase. Walk in authority and alignment. The heavens have moved, and your rise is inevitable. You are standing in your appointed moment, chosen and ready to claim all that has been promised. Your breakthrough is here. Your divine elevation is unstoppable. Your rise begins now. Chosen one, now hear me clearly. This is the culmination of every season you have walked through, every trial endured, every tear shed, every prayer whispered in the quiet of the night. Heaven has been moving invisibly, orchestrating every detail of your life so that your rise would be undeniable, supernatural, and perfectly timed. Anointed one, you are not here by accident. You are standing in the fullness of your divine appointment, your kairos moment, the hour that has been written over your life before time began. Every setback you experienced, every delay you endured, every challenge you faced, all of it was purposeful. It was preparing you to receive the overflow, the breakthrough, the supernatural transfer that is now moving toward you. Chosen one, the increase coming into your life is multidimensional. It is spiritual, financial, relational, and supernatural. Every act of faith, every decision to remain obedient, every moment you chose integrity over compromise, patience over frustration, has activated the channels of heaven to move on your behalf. Doors that were once closed are now opening. Resources, divine connections, and opportunities that seemed impossible are now aligning in your favor. What was blocked is being released. What was delayed is arriving. The heavens are responding to your alignment, your faith, and your obedience. This is not just provision, it is positioning. Not just favor, it is elevation. Not just blessing, it is supernatural acceleration. Anointed one, take a deep breath and receive this truth. You are standing in a season where your faith meets manifestation. The long nights, the moments of uncertainty, the trials and tests, all have built within you a capacity to steward this breakthrough with wisdom, humility, and authority. Heaven has been preparing you to carry this increase in a way that multiplies not just in your life, but in the lives of everyone around you. This is your divine inheritance. Chosen one, you are being elevated for a purpose, called into a realm of influence and abundance that cannot be ignored or reversed. Chosen one, recognize the sacredness of this hour. Your presence alone is shifting the spiritual atmosphere around you. Your alignment is calling heaven into motion. The breakthrough that has been promised is now arriving. The supernatural transfer you have been waiting for is in motion, moving according to God's perfect plan. Expect doors to open without effort, favor to find you effortlessly, and resources to converge in alignment with your vision and purpose. Your faith has summoned this season. Your obedience has paved the way. Your integrity has positioned you for this divine acceleration. Anointed one, walk boldly into this fullness. Release doubt. Step into alignment with confidence. Receive with gratitude. Your rise is unstoppable. Your breakthrough irreversible. And your testimony is being written in real time. Heaven has orchestrated everything for this moment. And now it is manifesting. Stand firm. Embrace the supernatural. The increase. The divine elevation. This is your time. This is your season. Your rise is here. And it will shock everyone who ever thought you were done. Your blessings, your breakthrough, your supernatural transfer, everything God has promised is moving into your hands. Right now, chosen one, go forth in faith, in courage, in gratitude, and in expectation. Align with the flow of heaven. Receive it fully. Walk boldly into the evidence of God's faithfulness. Your ascent cannot be stopped. The season of your divine promotion has arrived. Amen. Chosen one, before these words come to an end, receive this truth with an open heart. The supernatural release God has spoken over your life is already unfolding. You are standing in your appointed Kairos season, the moment heaven prepared specifically for you. Every tear you have cried, every step of faith you have taken, and every act of obedience has been leading you to this very day. Heaven has overlooked nothing. Every challenge you endured has served a greater purpose. Anointed one, the favor, abundance, and blessings that once seemed delayed are now being poured out. New opportunities, God-ordained relationships, and timely provision are coming together to accomplish the promises established over your life before you were born. What once appeared closed is now opening before you. What remained hidden is being brought into the light. Receive it with a thankful heart, confident that God is arranging every detail according to His perfect plan. Stay steadfast. Chosen one, do not become discouraged by the timing. Do not lose confidence in the journey. Believe that God is positioning every circumstance for your advancement. Continue walking in faith. Remain humble. And move forward with the authority heaven has entrusted to you. Every prayer you offer, every decision to remain aligned with God's will, and every declaration of faith increases the power of the anointing flowing through your life. Today, you are more than someone receiving a blessing. You have become a living testimony, a vessel of hope, and a light that will inspire others to follow God's path. Walk ahead with confidence, knowing that nothing can prevent what God has ordained for you. Comment 777 as a declaration of your faith and gratitude. Subscribe so you can continue growing in this divine journey. And share this message with other chosen ones who are awakening to the purpose God has prepared for them. Go forward. Anointed one, walk confidently in the fullness of God's promises, His favor, and the manifestation He has prepared for your life. Your elevation has begun. Your blessings have arrived. Amen.